are expecting Neil to go down the inside, a bit like Rodders did there on Keith. Rodders sees a gap and he goes for it. And then meanwhile, Vince has passed Jamo. He's alongside Jamo. Jamo's going back through on the inside. Vince is on the outside. The end of the corner straight into the little king here. Watch out, boys, side by side, 150 miles an hour. Into the braking zone, almost contact. As we go into the corner, Rodders trying to go around the outside. Seat 1 gets the inside and gets the job done, but Rodders was not giving that up without a fight. It's 5 cars for second place. This is incredible into the hairpin. This is going to end in tears. But back to the leaders side by side for Rodders and Seat down towards the last corner. Here we go. This is Group C from the MANS Classic, our special event, the main event, and it is part 2. And as we come back from that, we'll just resume the replay. So 3, 2, 1, play. So it is Neil and Callum out of the chicane as Video comes into the pits then. So we've got a pit stop for Video, and we've got Bidster coming over the curbs towards the pit lane. Will Bidster pit this time? We'll have to see. But yeah, Bidster's in. Bidster's in. And we've got T-Y's coming around. I'm just going to quick look at Neil and Callum. And yeah, so Callum's still on the back of Neil. He's not looking like he wants to pass him just yet. So they're running line astern. So Bids is just pulling into his pit box. Video's already in his pit box, so that's probably an advantage, having the early bit in the pit lane. Seek and Red Bull very close. And Red Bull peels into the pits. So that could make things different.
Yeah, that's a very early stop for Red Bull. He still had over a quarter tank of fuel left. His tires really weren't that bad.
Right, there's Video comes out of the pits in 4th place. So Video, he must be doing something right, and TY's caught up to the back of him. So TY, I think he's got himself back in this race now, because Video, he's got a possible draft from Video and harder tyres. So, that could work. Look at Rodders. Let's have a look who else is coming out of the pits. So Seat 1 out the pits. Bidster as well. Keith goes through. Red Bull just going out the box. But long stop for Red Bull. He's filled that tank right up. So yeah, once unless he's not planning on doing much fuel, but weird one. So let's have a look what we've got on track. We've got Neil and Callum close, going down towards Mulsanne.
That's going to be an interesting one again, going down the Mulsanne.
As we go down to Mulsanne, I think Neil's just going to hold on to this though. Definitely holding on to this into here. Braking hard, the brake disc glowing on both cars into the corner. And Neil, I think Callum's just content to stay behind Neil for now and just save fuel, because they're now equal on fuel. So Neil's used, remember before, Will, Callum had less fuel, and now they're on the same. So Neil's having to push hard.
Yeah, Neil's probably going to be they're going to try to stay on the same pit strategy. I do believe that Neil's going to use more fuel to stay away from Callum.
Yeah, as look, we've got a nice little battle here between your fellow countrymen Video and TY.
And it looks like the Jaguar is going to get it again out of the slow corner. Got that slow corner traction. Yeah,
so he's out the slow corner and he's ahead. So Video stays ahead of TY. As we look at Seat 1 goes through 6th. Keith 7th with Bidster behind. Bidster's not doing very well in this race. He's not doing very well. He's going back down the order. He's right behind Keith now, but not exactly where he wants to be in this one.
I mean, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if you saw what happened.
Nope, I've not got a clue. So I have not got a clue. It could be a whole number of reasons, but yeah, let's have a look. Seat 1 is... Well, Seat 1's not pitted yet. Keith, I mean, Vince has put fuel in, but he's not put that much. He's not put like a full tank in. So, yeah, strange one. We'll have to see how Bidster goes in the next few laps. We'll have to keep an eye on him at some point as he goes into Arnage with Keith just ahead of him as they go out. As Keith goes a bit wide and Bidster might be able to get past here. And he does. Gets past. So Keith goes back down to 8th and Bidster in 7th. So that's one place. He's just going to do a few more now. Seat 1's probably going to pit, and then, but he's got, if his Seat 1 is going to pit, he's got a big gap in between himself and TY.
Oh yeah, they've got a huge gap. Just come out the Porsche curves and just going into the Porsche curves. So.
Yeah, that's at least a good 15 or 20 seconds. So that is a big gap to overcome as we go down to the Ford chicane with TY and Video. And out of it, Video on the soft tyres, TY on the hards, but he's staying with him on the hard tyres.
He kind of does a little play move. It looks like he's going to go in, but last second pulls out.
Unless he's playing with himself, because we don't really know what he's doing. So, you know, he's probably playing games with himself, Will, because he didn't really have anyone around him, so he's just playing games with himself. Must be. Unless he just thought, oh, shall I, shan't I? Yeah. So, yeah, weird one for. Well, he needs to pit definitely this lap because he's got no blooming fuel left.
And now we're starting to see where the Sauber isn't as great as a lot of the other cars. It's dropped back a good bit because it's not as fast as all the other cars down the straightaway, and there's really not enough slow corners for it to make up.
Yep, and it's coming in towards the Dunlop chicane, and he's on soft tyres, but he can't really do much about it at the minute. So yeah, he's definitely dropped down the order. There's nothing that explains in the lap times why he should be down the order, because his lap time, obviously he did a pit stop, but the rest of the lap times are 3:10, 3:07. So unless he's just waiting for the pit stops to synchronise themselves again, but yeah, strange one.
Did a purple right there in the first second.
He's back on it then, so unless unless that pit stop that he did, when we said he went into the pits and you thought it were a bit strange, unless it was strange and it's put him out of sync. So that could possibly be the answer, because if he's put himself out of sync, that's not a good sign. Because obviously you lose the draft and then everything else starts going downhill after that. As we've got Bidster and Keith and Seat together on the straight. Bidster wanting a draft, Bidster purple in the sector. That's obviously the draft from Seat 1 that's doing that. So definitely going fast into Mulsanne. Let's have a little look at the front. So we've got Neil and Callum still together, and Callum just not wanting to pass Neil. And look, Neil's in the red on fuel. Neil will be coming in this lap.
Oh yeah, he's getting rude. He's cutting it close on this one.
Oh
you can
yes.
tell he's running it down to as far as he can. He's not looking to play it safe. It doesn't look like.
And obviously Callum's been behind him, and Callum's still in the white, so Callum could theoretically go around another lap if he wanted to with that fuel, so he could possibly do it. So as we go out of the Porsche curves and through the tiny little right, left of the Corvette curves, Neil's probably going to peel off into the pits now. Let's have a look as we go to the corner. Yes, Neil, Callum follows him.
Leader's going, man.
Yep, the Callum follows him as well. So obviously Callum not wanting to lose his precious draft, and that could help him towards the end.
In the pits.
Yeah, Rodder's in as well. Yeah, well spotted, Will. I've not noticed that. Rodder's in as well. So Video could find himself close to the front battle here. And the TY's lost track. TY's lost track position to Video as well, so that's definitely the hard tyres showing what they're made of, not. As the fuel goes in on Neil, Callum and Rodders. Rodders is... oh, sorry, I thought Rodders were going then. He's just gone off the jacks. Oh, breathe. I thought you were going then. I was getting myself excited. As Video is... oh, he's at the last corner. Cars coming out the pits. Callum and Neil come out. Callum's ahead of Neil. He's passed him in the pits.
That's where the fuel is coming in right there, because since Callum had more fuel.
Sorry to cut you off, Will, but we've got Video at the inside of Rodders. Video at the inside of Rodders into the chicane, and Rodders is fighting him back. No, you do not. You do not have permission to pass me. You are not passing me, not in a month of Sundays. As Rodders gets into third. And yeah, sorry about that, Will. Just had to cut you off there because it was just about all of that to happen. It was Video was approaching rather quickly, but Biz is in fifth ahead of Keith. We've got TY seventh. Red Bull's now eighth to Seat 1 pits. Seat 1 zero fuel. Seat 1 had fumes going into the pits.
Neil makes a pass for the lead on the Mulsanne.
Neil into the lead now. Could that be Callum playing his strategy again? That could be Callum playing his strategy. He's got him right where he wants him, theoretically. He could stay behind him all stint, save more fuel, have a quicker pit stop and take the lead. So that's one possibility, I suppose. But then again, you never know. I won't personally want to chance it that much.
Here comes the second Porsche. Looks like going to make another move on Jag.
Yeah, Rodders only inside of the Jaguar. They're side by side down the straight. You could reach out and touch the Jaguar. Is that close? And also just point out as well, Rodders actually holds the fastest lap of 3:06.3 on lap 4. Just on the right hand side of your screen, if you go on Rodders' times, 3:06.3, and still door handle to door handle. I'll let you take this one.
And oh no, Video on the outside. That's a good move.
Ooh, yeah, man, right around the outside, and the brakes of that Jaguar, man. I'm well impressed. Impressed.
That's all he had to do to get that move to work, was get good on the brakes, as he had to run out of the corner because that Jag with the slow corner takeoffs it has.
Yeah, and yeah, clearly not wanting to go for any sort of like bump draft and try and keep close to the back end. Just thought, right, sod it, let's just get round the outside and just get rid of him. As Rodders gets rid of more penalty into Indianapolis, so obviously just getting rid of that Still getting under a penalty of some sort, but at least he's doing it. As we look, let's look back down the order. Keith and Bidster close together. Keith and Bidster having a good battle down towards Indianapolis. 3:09 for Bidster last time round. Into Indianapolis we go, and Keith defends. Bidster goes out the corner quite nicely. Could he have a go at Arnage? 90-degree right-hander. No, Keith is still holding his own. I'm really impressed with Keith's speed this season. He seems to be getting faster and faster in these Group C cars.
Oh yeah, you can tell throughout the season he's gotten faster and faster and faster through every single race. It's like he's finding more and more with that Nissan. With TY as a teammate, that also helps a lot too.
He's got a good experience in his corner, quite rightly said there. He's got TY's back in 7th, and also just as well another thing, the Nissans running special event liveries for this one. Not all teams had to, but the Nissans chose to, and we've got Keith in the old Calsonic car with the orange tip of the wing, and then we've got TY in the 1990 Le Mans entrant colours as well, even though it's the 92 car. So some good liveries there.
And that's a great thing about this group too, is that you see a bunch of different cool liveries that throughout the season. Like I personally enjoy the Coke. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that is. Some of the liveries on this are brilliant. And also credit to all the people in LPB Racing that help us out with the liveries. We've got. There's so many people we can name, but the main ones are obviously Seat 1. He does a lot of the liveries, and then we've got Cyrex as well. He does a lot. As Red Bull comes out the last corner, quite slow there. We've got Keith in the pits, so Keith in the pits, and Seat 1's coming out the last corner. This could be a close one. I'll let you focus on that, Will, as I look at Neil and Callum side by side on the straight, and Neil playing Callum at his own game, letting Callum go through. So Neil's saying 2 can play this game, sunshine. What's happened with the pit stops, Will?
Keith went through and everybody is out now. It's like Seat on softs. Keith's back on the softs now.
So Keith finally succumbing to the soft tyres then. Finally.
Yeah, he's probably seeing that that's not where the pace is on the hards. This race has been, I guess, it's how endurance racing has come now. It went from take it easy the entire race to full out sprint race until the end.
And his in-lap was quite good as well, being behind Bidster, having a bit of the draft. 3:09.1 into the pits, Keith, as well. So good in-lap, and Seat 1 now. Do you think that's close enough for a draft, Will? Do you reckon?
He's getting close to it. Probably out of the Le Mans corner is probably where the draft will really come into play.
Another battle pending then as we look to Callum and Neil. As you see there, Callum is now in the lead, Will, as you were looking at the pit stops, because he decided just to let him go through. So Neil just lifted off on the straight, let Callum go through, and I think he's playing Callum at his own game now.
That's most likely what he's going to do, because, it's not that bad of a strategy, because you can sit back, stay with the leader, and save fuel all at the same time, and really not get rid of your tires so much. If he can play this right, he can come down to only maybe taking fuel in the last pit stop, if that, if he can save his fuel good enough.
Exactly, as we go, Video and Rodders together out of Arnage. They're really running close now, so your fellow countryman Video doing it for America in this one. He's on the podium so far, but Rodders is trying to have it his way.
And he's not going to let him have it that easy either. He's going to bring it all the way down to lap 20.
Yeah, he's going to fight to the last breath, so to speak, as we go into the Porsche curves. Video very tight to the inside there. Looks like he's working. It looks like to me Video's working the tyres a bit harder than Rodders, and that could spell the difference in the next couple of laps, Will.
Yeah, that's really going to have to come into play, because also Video's fuel is down too, because he's cutting through the air, and Rodders is just sitting back there drafting. There's a big fuel difference between the two. One's
wow, there's half a tank difference almost. Wow.
Yeah, it's about a half a tank difference.
That's madness. Oh, as Rodders gets very close into the chicane, almost hits the back of Video. There's Video goes wide. This could be Rodders' chance to get a cutback, and he gets the traction out the corner, and he's alongside him. Oh, has he got the grunt to get past the Jaguar though? Ooh.
But that Jaguar is still with that corner.
He's still ahead of him.
Take him somewhere else.
He's still ahead of him, Will. How is he still ahead of him with the traction he got out of that corner? That should not have happened. Oh, Rodders gets a good line out of this one though. He could try it out of here, but again, slow corner traction of the Jag. Oh, as he gets around the outside of him.
And he just takes it.
Wow, we have to really. Oh, Video's Video's gone a bit hot into there. He's gone off the track. Okay, I'll just go the wrong side of the bollards, and he's off onto the grass. Oh no, he's thrown it away. Dirt on his tyres now, and has he lost draft there? Is he close enough?
It's going to be a tight one, because he looks like he could be just within it. If not, he's also going to be getting it down in Mulsanne. But then again, his fuel isn't there as where Rotter's is, and also his tires are a lot worse than these two.
Yeah, we've got a new fastest lap wheel. It's Callum in the second place, right behind Neil, 3:05.5, and Neil's done a 3:07. So Neil is now under attack from the Porsche, and the Porsche looking like it wants to take the lead. The thing is, though, if Callum does get past Neil, which he almost does there, if Callum does get past, he could probably save the same amount of fuel as Neil will in a draft, because we know what Callum's like. But then, obviously, there is going to be a pace difference as you come down towards Mulsanne. I'll let you take this.
And getting really deep in on the brakes, so he's trying to get him out of the corner. But Mazda is not as good as the Jaguar, but it's pretty good getting out of a corner. You see the Porsche lacking a bit there coming out.
Yeah, he's just lost loads of time there at the corner. I think Callum did a quick short shift there. I don't know whether he's trying to save fuel, but he's short shifted the gears there. As he comes out the corner, Rodders is ahead of Video still. So Video is, yeah, you're definitely right. You were definitely right about that draft, Will. Video's definitely got some kind of draft going there, because he's right behind Rodders again.
And this battle should be heating back up a bit. I think Video is going to give it to him until he has to go in the pit, see if he can make a mistake and make him scrub his tires to make him have to come into the pit.
Yeah, because that's what he needs, because if Rodders can keep going, he'll be having this third place. But if he starts fighting too hard, like you said, scrubbing the tyres, it's not going to help. Let's look further back. We've got O'Keefe and Seeker in a nice little battle for 8th place. Red Bull just ahead of them. And TY and Bidster are just on their own in this race. They're having the most boring race of their lives. Never seen Bidster and TY so quiet in a race. But
me neither. That's pretty new.
That's weird. Bidster into Arnage, sideways into Arnage, smoking the tyres. So clearly it must be pushing somehow, but it's not really getting him anywhere. As we look at Seat 1 and Keith. Keith runs wide into... Seat 1 goes to the inside to Arnage, who's not quite alongside the camera, deceiving me again. These camera angles on GTSPORT, they're just so deceiving. You think they've gone past and then they haven't. It's amazing. As we go across the line, lap times, Neil 3:08, Callum 3:11. So Callum, wow, a lot of time lost there. Video's in. Video's in, Will.
Yeah, I figured to see him in within the next lap or two with his fuel and his tires, how low they are.
Now, Rodders has got a choice now. Does he just keep the same pace, or does he push to try and watch the gap to Video? Because it depends if he's got enough fuel to get to the end of the race now, and whether his tyres will last the last sort of 4 or 5 laps as well. Video's still in the pits. Bidster at the last corner. Then let's have a look at Keith and Seek. We've got a bit of a gap between them now. So let's watch Video in the pits. So, we've got another car in. Red Bull's in. Red Bull's in again. He likes the pit lane. He loves the pit lane.
Well, this time I see it a bit more justified, because he's a lot lower than he was last time he came in.
Yeah, and we've got Bidster at the pits ahead of Video. Video possibly again with another draft here. Video's getting all these drafts, and it's really helping him get back up the field. Because if you remember where he were at the start of the race, he wasn't really anywhere in contention, but now he is.
He's up there for at least 4th at this pace, or if him and Bid can keep it going all the way through, they could probably catch 3rd place if they stay to their draft. They still have 4 laps left.
But the problem is, if you look at Bidster's fuel level, Will, that's the problem he's got, because Bidster's only got just under quarter of a tank of fuel, and the tyres are pretty much finished. So yeah, it's whether Bidster can keep up the pace, or he might let Video go and and I've just looked as well. Video's put a lot of fuel in for 4 laps. Good to go. It's a lot of fuel for 4 laps. As he drafts past. Yeah, he goes through. Like you said there, Will, he drafts through, and now Bidster can try and save a bit of fuel towards his pit stop. But again, there's no point saving too much, because he's going to have to put a lot in anyway. A little further back, Will.
Right by TY.
Yeah, TY.
Must have a problem.
Some kind of problem there for TY. Not got the speed.
They're going right at it, door to door down the Mulsanne.
Unless TY's got an idea of that, but he's shaking like hell. TY, the car's shaking like hell on the straight. So yeah, definitely some kind of problem. Might be a controller problem or something. But look at the car; it's just darting around everywhere. There's definitely a problem there for TY.
Yeah, there's something going on with him. I don't see him letting 2 people by. And then his car acting like that in the straightaway, he must have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, granted, one of them was his teammate, but still, it's if it was his teammate who would let him through, he would have tried to get in the way of Seek if he could. But yeah, definitely some kind of steering issue there for TY. So we'll see if we can get that rectified in the next couple of laps. as Red Bull there at the back of the grid, so it looks like Red Bull's not going to make it any further as Keith and Seat go side by side, almost side by side into Indianapolis. Seat one goes wide, and he's wide into the, drifts into Indianapolis. What a corner, and why does Indianapolis get its name? Because of the bank corner. That's why, and the bank corner saving Seat's life there, because if that was a flat corner, he would have gone straight up into the wall. But the banking saving his soul, and yes, the American influence on the corner helping him out there.
It's getting a bit. Video's bent. Video and bid is still getting pretty heated, even though the fuel window bid is going to be going in.
Yeah, as Rodders is in as well. Rodders in just ahead. This could be a difference maker as well. Rodders going for a splash and dash and new tyres. He's out the pits already. So it's a quick splash and dash for fuel, and he's kept the same tyres on. I've never seen that before on LPB Racing. He's kept the same tyres on, Will.
Yeah, he was trying to make a splash and go.
That was
he
mad.
knows Video was right there, and if he got tires, Video was going by.
I mean, that's a brave thing to do with 3 laps left, with almost 3 or 4 laps to go on soft tyres, and I know they're a bit worn, but I would have personally changed it myself. But Bidster's in, he's got to put fuel in. Seat one's in as well, and TY's in, so unless he's trying to fix some kind of problem at the same time. But yeah, this could be Red Bull's chance to close up to a few people. Bidster's still in the pit, still fuel going into the car, and he's finally out, and soft tyres on that car again. I would imagine no one would go for the hard tyres. If they do now, they're bonkers. Video goes through, so let's have a look.
Well, TY and Seek out at the same exact time.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah, they're in the middle of each other. Contact as they go towards. They say after you, no, after you. I don't think they were saying after you, Will. I don't think so. I don't think they were saying after you.
No, I do not believe they were saying that.
They were saying, get out of my way. I've got a race to try and get points in. As C goes through the S's, and TY right on the back of the Jaguar now. I don't know what problem TY had, but he's not showing it now because he's right on the back bumper of that Jaguar, and the pressure is on here.
You can tell it's coming down the last 3 laps because the battle between Neil and Callum is starting to get very racy up here at the front.
Let's have a look, because Neil's still ahead of Callum. Neil with a 306.6 last time round, and Callum with a 305.2. Where's Callum getting these lap times from if he's not making any progress? This is amazing. He must be dropping back and taking all the draft he can off 1 lap. That's madness. And Will, the fuel could... Neil's lost it! He's gone round! Neil goes round. I'm glad you saw the start of that. I was busy trying to change cameras, but Callum goes through and Neil spins out and he's down into seconds. What caused that, Will?
What happened is it looks like he got a little bit too high on that curb, and as soon as he got in power, it all was just straight wheel spin. Possibly how little his tires are.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, he could have clipped the AstroTurf on the way out the corner as well if he just put the wheel just slightly over the curb onto the AstroTurf. That's all it takes. But yeah, Neil down. I was just going to say before that, Will, that Neil would have struggled anyway to stay in front because of the fuel difference. Because I don't think that would be enough. I don't think that's going to be enough fuel to get to the end.
No, that's not enough fuel. That's probably maybe. It's really going to be an irony for Neil because he's going to have to be pitting with like a lap, maybe 2 to go.
Yeah, he's doing it now. Yeah, he's doing it now. It's a sensible idea though, because he's just had the spin on those tyres, so he doesn't want to risk the grip on those tyres anymore. Fresh set, little splash and dash, and off he goes. So we could be looking at a Porsche 1-2 here with Callum in the lead and Rodders in second place. Madness how things can change in the space of a few corners. Neil's in the pits. Video's coming up towards the chicane. Neil should be out in front of Video theoretically.
But that's also going to set it up good for Video because Video should have enough to get back around. It's going to be tight, but he's going to have less fuel and his tires aren't that worn. So he's going to be a bit lighter than the Mazda.
Yeah, as Neil puts a bit too much fuel in there, I think that's a bit too much fuel for 3 laps myself, but we'll have to see how things go. So we've got Callum in the lead. He's got a bit of a gap now, so if he wanted to fuel save around the Porsche curves and that, he can. So Callum in the lead then by a country mile. Then it's Rodders in second place in the second Porsche 1-2 here at Le Mans. And then it's Neil in third in the Mazda. Video fourth in the Jaguar. They're going to take us down the last half of the field, Will.
And then we got Keith down in 5th, and then Bid down in 6th. That's looking like it might be coming closer together. We got TY down in 7th, Seek in 8th, and Red Bull down in 9th.
Yeah, Red Bull 9th just coming over the line just now. But Red Bull looking like he's trying to push. His last lap time of 3:08 and a 3:10. last 2 laps, so not too bad of an effort there from Red Bull as he goes into the... Definitely no speed loss, but just I think the strategy just wasn't really the one to go for, because as you'll know, Will, being an endurance expert, the strategy is just as important as the pace in an endurance race.
No, yeah, just like they say, you can't win it on the first lap. And that's why you're seeing, I mean, if there wasn't that incident, that's why you're seeing a lot of these battles coming down the last 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah, because they want to just make sure they can actually make to the end of the race and then get the fuel level right, get the tyre grip right at the end of the race, and then go for the battle. So if you it's like the hare and the tortoise. If you go too early, then you'll end up getting tired, and then you could end up losing out. So go down the straight, so we've got seat 1, so I'm trying to look for the closest battles on track at the minute. I think the two, yeah, I think the 2 closest cars, yeah, Seek and TY, TY with a bit of a penalty. Seat 1 within drafting range there. I think he might be just. Yes, he is. Look at the speed difference.
Oh yeah, he's catching it up now.
TY's at 230, but Seek's dipping into the 232s, 231s in the draft, so the Jaguar catching up. And I've mentioned this in a few other races, Will, and see if you can second this, but in this game, obviously it runs all the cars as on an equal BOP or that kind of thing, so like you've got cars that look like a low downforce spec like the Jaguar, then you've got TY's Nissan in a high downforce spec and actually running at the same speed. In real life, TY's car would not be able to do 230 mile an hour, and Seek's car would probably be able to do 240.
Oh yeah, definitely. That'd be a 240 car all day long.
Whereas the Nissan could probably do that, but the rear tyres wouldn't last more than a lap with the amount of downforce going onto the back tyres. They'd probably end up having a puncture at high speed. So,
most likely.
Yeah, that's the only sort of physics difference that Gran Turismo got a bit wrong, but still, it's good to have all these cars in a level playing field. So, as the TY goes out the corner, still a half-second penalty to get rid of, but that could be getting rid of at the chicane. So, a quick look back to our leader then, Callum Paul Banks. He's got just a quarter of a tank left. Tyres not looking too bad. Looks like he might be alright to the end, Will.
Yeah, he's definitely got enough. Yeah, as long as he doesn't make any major mistakes, he's looking at just riding it out, saving fuel.
Commentator's curse. Ooh, the commentator's curse, Will. If he goes off now, I'm sure he'll point fingers at you.
Oh, most likely.
Most likely. As Rodders goes through now, Rodders is the same as Callum on tyres, but if you look at the fuel of Rodders has got a bit more fuel, so just playing it a bit more safer because he's not as good at fuel saving as his teammate. Also, can I just point out as well, Callum's done all this with 40 kilos of weight on. So you give Callum some weight, it still doesn't make any difference. As Bidster and TY, remember, they'll be back down there because of the weight as well, because they've actually got, Bidster's got maximum ballast on, which isn't bad for 6th place, but then TY, 2nd place weight in 7th, so they've got 160 and 120 kilos between them both. So, yeah, that's, trying to think of what that is in pounds, but I'm sure you know your weight measurements, Will. But, yeah, it's heavy cars.
It looks like it's going to be coming down to lap 20 between this TY and Seek battle. They're getting closer.
Yeah.
Each lap they're together.
And also Seat 1 is 40 kilos lighter than TY, because Seat 1 running 3rd place weight in this one. So that 40 kilos over a long distance will make a big difference. As he goes fastest in sector 1, Seat 1 goes fastest in sector 1. Oh, TY's in trouble now.
This is going to be the best battle we have on track because how separated everybody is. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens when the checkered flag comes out.
Yeah, so still holding fastest lap so far is Callum, but I've got a feeling Seat 1 might be able to change that. With the rate he's catching TY, and look at the speed difference now. And look at this down the straight. As we go down the straight, now do you think he'll try a bump draft at this speed or not?
It's difficult to say because you don't know what he's going to do. It looks like he's going to look like he might stick behind him. Oh no, he's coming out. He looks like he's going to stick behind him all the way down to the end of the Mulsanne straightaway.
Might back up the power a bit and then just go for a full-on throttle as he goes fastest again in sector 3. TY now onto the defence.
Yeah,
I'll let you take this, Will, while I have a drink.
It looks like TY let him through. He pulled off the side and let him go. So Seek's going to take it going down into the Mulsanne, but here comes TY right behind him.
TY, why did you let him go through when we could have had a massive battle into the corner? Think of the showmanship, man. But, yeah, unless it's a plan that he's got, unless he wants to save a bit more fuel towards the end, I'm not sure, but tyres the same. I know he's got a bit of a penalty to get rid of, but weird.
And this was going to make this battle even better. They're both on the same exact strategy this last stop. They came out at the same time.
Yep, so this is a battle of
Everything is looking the
pure pace as they get very close there under braking there. Well, close to disaster again as TY moves to the inside. Don't know whether that was lag or that was an intent move, but strange moves and movement of the car there from TY. But unless that problem's starting to come back from earlier, could be.
Yeah, it probably could be. I mean, he's had a few problems in the past, but I mean, even with those problems, he's still keeping up with Seek even with the problem.
Yeah, it's twitching like hell, but now is where the Nissan comes strong. The Nissan's good round the corners and TY is going to be pushing like hell, and he is! He's right behind him! Oh my word, how close can he get? Seek 1 defends out of the Porsche curves, that's going to set him up badly for Corvette curves.
But also the thing is in this battle, TY has to get rid of this penalty.
Yeah, he's got it with that penalty now, he's back having to back off. Oh man, now he's going to have one hell of a last lap dash here. Just a little bit more to get rid of TY. A little bit more. A little bit more.
And there he goes. Oh, actually, that's
there we go.
Bad. He had a pretty decent run into that little twitch out of the Porsche cage.
Rodders has gone backwards and Neil's taking second place, Will.
Oh, what happened to this? Wow, that's
not a clue.
Nowhere that happened.
Let's have a look at the lap times. Rodders last few lap times, 3:09, 3:11. So unless he's been saving fuel, but Neil's been on it. Look at Neil's lap time. It is only 0.3 of a second off Callum's fastest lap. He's done a 3:05.575. What a lap, and the side by side down the straight. Oh my word!
Again too, so he's putting out some amazing laps.
Yeah. As we'll have a look at Rodders and Neil down to the corner, and I'll go back to you in a minute, Will, for some update on Seek and TY. As we go into Mulsanne, Neil takes the position on the brakes, and Rodders now goes definitely back down to third on this last lap. How are we doing back there, Will?
Looks like TY's gotten through, but they're staying together. TY had another penalty and had to let Seek through.
Oh, man.
TY's having a problem. He's only staying around 160. And he's fine bringing it back up. He's only just now shifting into fifth.
Right, he's slowed down on the straight then, so a major problem. Again, we'll get that in the replays at the end, Will. We'll get a little look at that for everyone at the end. But,
Red Bull is catching TY. You can start to see the Nissan right in front of Red Bull now.
Yeah, Red Bull is catching TY. He's trying to keep on that side as well to get the draft as early as possible, but looks like TY's definitely got a problem there. As he's keeping to one side, some major problems there for TY. Callum's coming through on the last lap. Oh, fuel's low. Fuel is very low on Callum's car. Oh, he's probably just about going to make it to the end, but that is going to be very, very close.
Yeah, it's going to be very close, but that's a good thing it's the last lap.
Yeah, thank God it's the last lap for him. He'll be saying his prayers. But Neil coming through, and fastest sectors again. Neil looks like he's going to try and steal the fastest lap off Callum on this last lap. 5/10 up in the Porsche curves. But back to Callum as he comes towards the line. Take it away, Will.
And Callum's going to be coming through for the win on a very, very tight pit window.
Very good win.
Neil there.
Very good win there for Callum Paul Banks. He wins the race, and it's Neil Farmack out of the last chicane. Can he get the fastest lap, Will? He's going to be so close.
Yeah,
fastest lap, 3:04.0 on the last lap. Neil Farmack takes the extra point, or extra 2 points, because it's double points in this one. Rodders finishes off the podium and gets passed on the last lap. Amazing. And Video, your American friend Video is going to be fourth.
And that's actually not a bad place depending on where he was at the start to now. That was a very good run by Video.
Very good race indeed by Video, as Will said there. Very good race to Video. He's in fourth. We've got Keith coming up in fifth. Not a bad race for Keith. From where he were at the back, it's all come in his favour. Fuel just about managed plenty of average lap times. He could have been faster if he went on the softs, but he's just getting out the last corner now. Fifth place for Keith. Bidster's going to be in sixth. Not a bad run for Bidster there, a bit too much fuel in the car at the end, but again with the weight, not too bad. Seat 1 in seventh, and then the problematic TY just bringing home Rodders. Red Bull, sorry.
Yeah, that compared to where they were at the start of that lap, you could tell there was a huge problem.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it. So TY in 8th, Red Bull in 9th. So we'll just go and get the second half replays in for you now. Here's the replays of the second half.
Well, you're seeing both TY and MC come out the same exact time on the same exact fuel strategy, which ends up setting up the battle at the end of the race.
And now we get a replay of Neil Farmack's wondrous spin on lap 17. So we're going towards Arnage, and Will's going to take you through it.
So you get good down on the brakes, not a bad corner exit, but his one tires, he spent tires trying to get a great exit, and Callum almost gets collected in it. He makes a full almost 360, but he'd get spun around, and then that's from then on until he gets that battle rod is where he leaves it.
Yeah, and the tyres are now hotter than anything. And as you come back from those replays, we will now take you over to the overall results followed by the points. Okay everyone, here's the results, and it's Callum Paulbanks who takes victory. Well done to Callum, he takes all of the double points. Well done to him. And it's Neil in second place, and it's third for Rodders, good 1-3 for Porsche there. Video in fourth, then it's Keith in fifth in the Nissan ahead of Bidster in sixth, and it's Seat 1 in seventh. TY is in 8th, and Red Bull finishes in 9th, with the fastest lap going to Neil Farmack with a 3:04.044. And now guys, we move on to the overall point standings after round 4, and it is Callum Paulbanks in the lead of the championship now, which means maximum ballast in the next round, so Bathurst will be heavy. And it's Neil Farmack in second and on 91 points in the Mazda, and it's Rodders in third on 86. Bidster is fourth on 81. Then we've got 74 for TY with 73 for the Jaguar of Seat 1. So very close there, and even closer is Keith and Video, both on 63 points. Then we've got Red Bull on 48, Cyrex on 37, and Will is on 8, with Daniel Irwin on 1 point. In the teams, it is Porsche in the lead on 191, so big boost to them. Mazda team dropped from first to second on 172. Then it's Nissan and Jaguar 1 point apart on 137 and 136 in the favour of Nissan. Then it's Sauber rounding it off on 56. So overall, a very close points table leading into the next round. And as we come back from that, it is Callum Paulbanks who takes victory in this double points race. It were a good run of form there from Callum, weren't it, Will?
Oh yeah, that was a great run by Callum. At the end of the race, there was nobody around him.
Exactly, and really good performance there by Callum. And thank you all for joining, and thank you to my guest commentator, Will. Been a pleasure having you, mate.
Yeah, it's good to be doing it. It's a good new thing to try.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get that done. We'll get more of Will for you in the future. We'll do some more endurance races together. So don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below, and hit that notification bell so you can get more races by LPB Racing as they pop up. So until next time, from me and Will at Le Mans, we'll see you guys next time for round 5. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching another race by LPB Racing. Next time we are down under in Australia for Bathurst with the Group C cars, and it's going to be race 1.